This is a huge laptop that I got for $5. It came with this case, the charger, and even a flash drive, which was pretty cool. It was missing the hard drive, and I put a hard drive in, but just look how thick this thing is. This is the laptop that you cannot use on your lap. It weighs at least like 10 pounds, and it gets really, really hot on the bottom of it. Even it's normal. I've read reviews at the time and they said the same thing because this thing's got a desktop Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz. This actually had like a 2.7 or something gigahertz. But I accidentally broke it replacing the thermal paste. And it has 512 megabytes of RAM and a Mobility Radeon 7200, which is kind of stinks because it has such a good CPU. And then the graphics card really isn't that great. But I have overclocked it, and the performance improvement is massive. Stick around for that. Let's try playing some games. This is Classic Cube, a version of Minecraft Classic that works on pretty much any computer ever made. And as you can see, it's running extremely well, and this is without the overclock. The speakers are also really good on this laptop, but they're right here. So you kind of cover it when you're actually playing games. Oh, no, that is my bad. That was without the overclock. I mean, that was with the overclock. This is without the overclock. It's a little bit worse, but still perfectly playable. But as you can see, the overclock does make a pretty big difference. Now, trying to play a more modern version, and this is alpha, not even close to the modern version. It gets really, really laggy, drops below 5 FPS, stutters an absolute bunch, and as you can see, the fan's kicking up. It's getting a little hot here. Let's see how hot it is. Yeah, see, it's almost at 60 degrees. Even though this graphics card is a lot better than like my retro PC that I showed in the last video, it's just critical error. Radeon Mobility is not supported by the Far Cry engine. So yeah, that's what I mean by not a great graphics card. What we have here is Flight Simulator 95, and yep, this runs perfectly. And yes, sometimes I can get the plane off the ground. Quake 3, unsurprisingly, runs absolutely smooth and amazing. Oh dear. This is really hard to play with a tiny trackpad. Where the heck is this guy? Halo on about medium settings at 800 by 600 resolution. The fan is really getting loud though. I don't even know if I need to tell you. Also unsurprisingly, Half-Life on all the high settings, 1024 by 768, the native resolution, also runs amazing. Let's check the temperatures here. I just had speed fan with the chart mode running. As you can see, it's been getting quite hot. There's 60 degrees, so like 66, 67 Celsius. That is pretty hot for a Pentium 4. It's a laptop, though, and a desktop CPU that is known to run hot. So, I mean, I guess it's not horrendous. I'm gonna Google it, but we'll see. Alright, so I Googled it. It says 70 degrees is the maximum temperature. You know, that is actually getting really close. It's a good thing I didn't go for, like, the 3 gigahertz Pentium. Because remember, I upgraded this. This is just, like, a desktop CPU. I wonder if there's any way I could make the cooler better. They do actually make a Mobility Radeon like 9200, which would be better than the 7200 in here. But I'm not really sure if it would work, how it would work, and those are really expensive. And I don't even know how hot it would get, if the battery life would tank. But if you want to see that, I might try to find like a Mobility Radeon 9200 and see if we can upgrade this and make it even better. This keyboard is pretty good, but it's really squishy, and there's something weird about the keys where I keep making like spelling mistakes that I don't usually make. They're like might be like slightly bigger or like slightly cornered differently. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'm sure you'd get used to that eventually. So now I am going to be overclocking it using Power Strip. I already experimented with this, so I know what the absolute maximum we can get here is. And yes, I am a little bit worried about the temperature of that graphics card in there, considering how hot the CPU and everything gets. But it should be fine, as it's on a different little board, and everything I've done, like the graphics card is around here, and it stays really cool, so I think we're okay. I might, like, if I do an upgrade, I might try to, like, shove a heatsink in there and see what happens. So I was just waiting for 3D Mark to run. I decided to check on eBay, see if I could find any. Last time I looked, they were all like $200, but I did find this. This could work here. I might upgrade this. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go and like iFixit, maybe take it apart again and make sure it works. But I might upgrade it and maybe even overclock it more. Righty, so 3D Mark finished running. 255. Kind of strange because they got 168 last time. But whatever. We are going to overclock it. Almost 300, so that did make a improvement. And it was noticeable during the benchmark. Like, there's a really one bad section where it gets like 3 FPS, but with the overclock, it was getting around 10. So it's like noticeably better. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might use this laptop for a week too. I gotta get a Wi-Fi card and stuff first. You know, I can't just use Ethernet the whole time. And I might try to upgrade it at some point down the road. Maybe even upgrade like the cooling system and then put a better Pentium 4. But I'm not really sure how I would do that. But anyway, I will see you guys all later. Bye!